We're back again with another message. So today we have a very strong feeling of protection around something innocent, protection around almost like an inner child. So I'm feeling like whoever's tuning into this reading they have a dynamic with themselves where they are protecting their softness, they're protecting their innocence. It's like you are protecting as a mother to a child, but it's like a part of you protects another part of you. And we have a lot of like cards that have been coming up in my readings recently that are resurfacing here. You have been on basically a spiritual education path is how I'm going to put it. You've been being initiated over and over and over again into deeper understandings of yourself, your shadow, the shadow of the world, the underbelly of things. You have actually passed through underworlds multiple times, and you've arisen with this like heightened knowledge. We have the high priestess here. So there's really this theme about having become so wise, so attuned to the self, to the world spirit. And where you're at right now is in this point of like protection, like I said, around innocence. So if this is like I think this is a relationship you have with yourself, but I also believe that your energy is exuding this kind of protection, thorniness, this like you are the divine feminine in her fierce form, right? Like you are advocating for children. You are advocating for those who cannot help themselves, or who are caught in situations where they can't defend themselves properly, or just people who are in general undeserving of the violence that they might be experiencing, whether that's mental or emotional or physical or all of the above. So yeah, this says inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. I do believe that you are caring for yourself like a child, but you're also caring for children in general. This doesn't mean you have children. It just means that your energy right now is like in full protection mode. And you're also very open with communicating this to others. So that's another thing. I think through your words, you are able to communicate or articulate boundaries with people that you need to do that with. I think you're also very willing to protect others through using your words. See, we have this 10 of Swords here on the bottom of the deck that's revealing itself. This revealed itself a little bit earlier as well. It keeps coming up. We have the Judgment reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. Hold on, give me a second. So I'm actually being directed to make these upright. Yeah, the Knight of Cups for sure upright. The Judgment card, maybe not so, but we'll see. So, interesting. So there is an offer. There's like this signal of an offer coming in. It could be an offer of money, like charity or a new job, something that is offering you a way out of a financial lack situation. It's coming in with a kind of romantic edge, and that doesn't mean that this is a lover, but it means that it has a flirtatious or emotional quality to it. Like sometimes, you know, job opportunities can come and they can feel like an answered prayer. They can feel like it's emotionally a good setting as well as financially. And I think this Judgment card is here to say that this is like a big moment. Actually, this is a big moment, and it's the end of a cycle that has left you over and over and over again just feeling so defeated. So you may have been feeling either in romance or in work or like money that you're just being defeated over and over again, or you just keep feeling like, oh my God, things just keep failing. And so this is another opportunity coming in, or another offer coming in, where the trumpets are being sounded, right? But you don't know if this is a false awakening, or if this, you know what I mean, if this is like a false offer or not. It is shifting in some way, shifting the dynamic, let's say not dynamic, it's shifting something, shifting the scales to some degree in terms of money or resources. So that means either you are going to be given more, or you're going to be, something is going to be like offered that balances the scales. Let's put it that way. So let's say you're single. This could be an offer that comes in that's like, no, I am ready to be that partner or something, you know? If it's a job, it's like, I'm ready to, you're going to get money, and you're going to get more money than you ever have, so that now your debts could be paid off, or blah, 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 you know, something like that. And you're not sure about this. So the Emperor flew out here. It seems to be definitely, like I said, I still don't know if this is about love or work, because the Emperor is like, really, he embodies the theme of domain, of ownership over land, of like just being the king of all kings. And so this could be a position that you are being offered, or somebody from an authoritarian position, like someone who has authority over you, maybe an owner of something, a boss of something, a CEO of something, is offering you this information, or this opportunity. But it could also be that this person, this Knight of Cups person who's coming in with a offer, if it's romantic or work related, is the Emperor, right? So if it's a love offer, this person has this energy. But this Emperor energy to me is always a little bit, we want to be wary of it, because it is so, it thinks, at least, it feels, it is embodied in some way, a kind of power. And we want to be sure that that the power that this person holds is rooted in integrity, and is rooted in goodness, and not rooted in, power over, the desire for power over others, or dominion. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here, so this is really showing that this offer is in fact intending, or at least, the offer itself is intending to move you towards this Ten of Pentacles, towards stability, towards dependency. And dependency, when I said that, why did I say that? Because that made me feel like codependency, you know what I mean? But what I meant by that was, it's something you can depend on. It's stability. That's what I was trying to say here. And then we have the Fool card coming out after that. So this is like a leap of faith, right? Something about this, even though it has this stable and permanent kind of energy to it, and this moneyed energy, it has power, it has money, it has the promise of financial recovery or financial stability and equality coming up here. It still seems to require either a fresh new beginning for you, like it signals a fresh beginning, or it requires you to have faith in something beyond, in something unknown. Maybe there's something about trusting it, or like the act of trusting this offer is being embodied in this Fool card for you. So this is like, oh my God, okay, here we go. I'm going to trust this. And it means that you have to like really open your mind and your heart and your body to this. So the Page of Pentacles has come out. So this seems to be definitely something that has real potential, or has a real trajectory in mind. And the Sun on the bottom of the deck. So I am really, honestly, I am getting the feeling like this is something that you can trust. But like I've said before, of course, you have to trust your own intuition and ask lots of questions. See this Thorn card, right? Clear communication, boundaries, protection. What you're protecting right now is, it's important that you are protective. Let's put it that way. It's important that you are in this position of, at least you're not just trusting anyone, right? Your thorns, because this card is called the Thorn, are there for a reason. And so you need to you need to allow yourself to be quote unquote thorny in order to make sure that this offer is what it is, or that it has the capacity that it's saying it has, or that it has the stuff, the metal, right? If someone wants to pick a rose, they're going to have to deal with the thorns, you know? So this also is like, I really do mean this in work context and in relationship, because if it's work, if someone's offering you a job, it's like, you know, you get to be valued in this situation. You don't have to be desperately opening yourself to something just because it's choosing you. See, this is where the shift has happened, or this is where the energy that you're in is, you know, that being chosen means nothing, because you need to be the one to decide whether this is worthy of your, you know, most sacred, like worthy of yourself. And you know that you need to protect those innocent parts of you and those childlike parts of you as well. You're doing this for your inner child in a way, but it's also just about protecting yourself, you know? So like what I'm saying is, you need to be asking questions, using the gift of communication to be clear, to take your time. I'm getting a feeling, because this is very like 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Emperor. There is, yes, with the Fool and the Judgment card, an energy of like, okay, here we go, bam, you know, it's time to rise, it's time to go. But that doesn't actually signal that you're not allowed to take your time. You are, in fact, allowed to take the steps that you need to take to be sure of this thing, because this thing is clearly presenting itself as being very real, and actually quite patient. This energy is like, I'm not going anywhere. This is something that I'm permanently offering. Like, I am this way permanently. So your decision to trust it and to rise to this occasion is technically important, but it also means that you can take your time. That makes sense, right? So I love the Sun card on the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to take it out and leave it here because it's such a beautiful omen to have. Is this a trustworthy offer? Okay, interesting. So you are not trusting very much. Let's just say that. I think that you've been through quite a lot. Yeah. So I've been like asking just now about whether this offer is in fact something that you can trust. And what I heard was, first of all, it's going to be different for everyone, right? Like, not everybody's offer that's coming through here is going to be the same thing or is going to have the same qualities. And so that's why the message about using your boundaries, using your communication skills to ask questions and to not just be like happy because you were chosen, but to actually find out why this thing is going to be good for you and how it can be good for you is the most important part of this message. So we're not going to get an answer about whether this is trustworthy or not, because that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if there's multiple people drawn to this video, how good do we know? And I'm not talking to you. I'm not reading specifically your stuff. I'm reading a general energy like bubble that we're in, you know, this energy passage that we're in together. And so that needs to be known. But we do have the Hierophant here. And the Hierophant is a really interesting card in this context because, of course, it signals establishment. It signals, again, permanence. It signals hierarchies and rules and laws. And so in some ways, and also the channeling of the divine to some degree. So in some way, this Hierophant card could signal that it's trustworthy if those qualities are something that you are focusing on. However, of course, if we think of like the Catholic Church, for example, is the Catholic Church, has it always historically been actually trustworthy? Is it actually using its power to like be in its integrity, its spiritual integrity? Obviously not. So just because something looks structured and looks like it has its it's shit together, so to speak, for lack of a better term, just because it looks like it is established. I think I already just said that. It doesn't mean that it actually is fundamentally trustworthy. And that's the same energy I was getting with the Emperor. So like, just because something looks powerful, just because something looks like it has all this, like, you know, energy, rooted, grounded, it has this power, doesn't mean that it's like ultimately something that you want to be entwined with. So that is totally up to you. This is something that's going to involve your choice making, and part of the choice making is this divine right through the goddess, right, of choosing for yourself, choosing for your inner child. You've definitely had a lot of experiences, like I said, where things haven't been done with a lot of integrity, and collaborations that have not been fruitful, relationships and work. And yeah, I want to know what this Eight of Wands is about here. This is also like no, I'm hearing like no communication as well. So why? There's like blocked energies. Why? So we do have the Nine of Cups. Oh, I got it. Amazing. So, oh, this is really cool. Okay, so this is exciting. So these bad things, you know, these like shisty kind of, for lack of a better term, experiences in the past that have left you feeling defeated. Okay, so that era is over. So this see this Eight of Wands, it's in reversed. So you're being told that, like, okay, experiences like that are actually being shielded from you. So you have spiritual protection. This brings us back around to the thorns. You're not just protecting yourself. Okay, you have to understand this. Like, I mean, I want, like, you're being told to listen, because it's not just you. It's like there's an egg within an egg within an egg. So your own ego and consciousness is protecting your own inner child and like these softer parts of your personality and yourself and your spirit. And then there's spiritual protection around you, and that comes from spirit guides, angels, protection, like some ancestors, some aspect of like people or beings or entities in the spirit realm actually have spiritual protection around you now, and maybe they have for a while, or it's changed in some way and become stronger to specifically make sure that energies that could take from you in a negative sense are not allowed to get in. So it's not just you doing all this work. You're not like left flailing out there to decipher whether something's shitty or not. You actually do have help, and one of the ways that you need to know that you're being helped is that certain things are being blocked. So if something is like not right for you, or it's going to bring this Five of Swords energy in, it's actually going to be energetically blocked from you in some way. So you either won't hear from it, or it will ghost you, or it just like will never come in at all. Like it's never going to talk to you. So that's actually something to keep in mind too. If you're waiting on something and you think you're like either not, like whether it's romantic or a job, it's like there's something wrong with you. Definitely not. This is, if something is not talking to you or not communicating or not following through, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the fact that it's not aligned. That's so good. Nine of Cups and the Magician that are really hammering this message home. So yeah, you are actually, see how you're protected with all these cups? This is to protect your peace and your happiness, because this era of your life that you're in right now is one where the world is reflecting this energy that you have towards yourself, right? Your spiritual guides are like, okay, she's ready or he's ready. Like they're very serious about themselves now. So it's like, not only are you cultivating your own happiness, but your spiritual protection around you is is honoring that and helping that, because you're done with the karmic lessons that brought you to this point so that you could get to this understanding, right? So you could get to this way of relating to yourself and protecting yourself. It's like we learn these things through life. Like up until a certain point, you actually didn't know how valuable you were and how you needed to protect yourself. Now you know that. And so the spirit guides are like, okay. And then they like help you to build that wall, just an extra protection. It's like extra fortresses. It's just this 10 of Pentacles also giving that like fortress energy where like, it's like, this is private property, bro, okay? And then the Magician here is like, this is power, right? Like you have a divine link. You have this like channel between you and the universe. And this is, it's like you can bring through, okay, this is what I'm really getting with this, is like you, when you're reading something's energy, whether it's to find out if it really is what it says it is, or if it is something that you want to be aligned with, you like literally go into some kind of trance mode where, whether it's conscious or unconscious, but there's like a trance, like there's like a full channeling happening where your connection with the divine realm or the spirit realm literally helps you to navigate, right? Like through that. You also call down the forces through your own being to point to what is real and what is true. And I think you're also building, this is just another image I'm getting. It's like you really are building and cultivating a life that is truly yours. You're manifesting a life that is truly beautiful, that is full of abundance, that's full of creativity, that's free, and that's very seriously like established in your authenticity and your desire and your will. And so this whole protection energy around you is to preserve your ability to do that. This is the point in your life where you get to be the magician, where you get to build your life powerfully, and with so much integrity, so much willpower and desire at the heart of it, and joy. And like, you can't do this work if there's 5 of Swords energies trying to play you in your face, right? And so that's why, because you have come to this understanding of your own power and your own need to protect yourself, the spiritual realm is like, okay, we're going to do extra protection around you. And then that is going to allow you to like manifest really, really, really powerfully, manifest joy, fulfillment, happiness. So when it comes to this offer that's coming into your life, we do have the Sun, we do have the Page of Pentacles. It's a very sunny energy. This may start off, it might actually be great, because it might start off slow or start off with small bits, and so you can ease in and you can learn about it as you go along, and you can have fun actually with this opportunity. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this. Knowing all this, knowing where you're at, knowing how protected you are, I do believe that this offer, or this new beginning that's coming in, is going to be something that will help you to manifest that life that you desire. It's only going to add to this sense of fulfillment and a sense of momentum, energetic momentum in your manifestations, in your life, and in what you're building. So thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye.